to another episode of Duntkair and Kent. Got a special guest in the building today. Y'all already know who it is. I'm going ahead and let me introduce yourself though. Y'all know how I like to do, man. I don't like to tell people this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? I like people to introduce themselves. But we got a good one for y'all today, man. So y'all lay around for it. Yeah. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
You know me, Kent. Some people call me Superman, but Kent is just fine. You know.
Man, we gonna call a spade, man. It's OVO Kent. For this specific podcast today, it's OVO Superman Kent. We're gonna call it what it is.
Most definitely. I'm rocking with the Owls, you know. Drake the new GOAT.
So the new GOAT, meaning the old GOAT was?
Hove, you already know that.
Hove
Done passed the torch.
Okay. So Hove, your GOAT, not the GOAT, your GOAT. Okay, I respect that. Everybody already know who my GOAT is.
Mm-hmm.
It's self-explanatory. Feel me? But that's Hove GOAT too, so y'all know how that goes. That's all I like about that. That's Drake GOAT. That's everybody GOAT.
Billionaire Hove.
So we gonna go ahead and go ahead and cut right to the chase, man. This thing, me and you been talking about this for a while now. As far as Drake, Kendrick, who we like, way before this battle thing even started. Yeah. We never had it. It never was like, oh, this person better. Just we like who we like. You know, I've always been a Kendrick fan or a fan of that type of music for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even when we went through it with our Jay-Z and Nas thing.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Different.
It's not that Jay-Z is better than Nas or Nas is better than Jay-Z. It's just that preference-wise, that's the type of music we like. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense if I like Nas, that more than likely out of Kendrick and Drake, I like Kendrick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And vice, same thing for you. Mm-hmm. If you listen to Jay like that, more than likely out of Kendrick and Drake, you're gonna side with Drake. So it makes sense to be on the loser. I mean, to be on that side of the ball. But want to get into it, starting with before we even get into where they at today. Mm-hmm. When you first heard First Person Shooter, did you feel at any way that because I don't know if you knew Kendrick was supposed to be on that song?
That's what he's
supposed to be on that song. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't on it for whatever reason. He declined. Yeah. Respectfully declined to be on the song. And I think when J. Cole mentioned the big three and said something like that, mm-hmm. and I think he or Drake said, because I'm not too familiar with the song like that, said
it was Cole.
It's two, and I'm not number two, or something like that in the song. It's two GOATs, and I ain't number two, or something like that. To that,
I don't really remember.
I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know the song like that, so I might be.
Yeah.
I probably heard that wrong.
I don't remember.
But what was it that made Kendrick feel though he should respond to the song? Because I thought it was that line that I was trying to bring up just now.
I don't really think it was. I mean, I would have to go back and listen to the song again. I don't really remember that part of it. I just think the fact of, like, from what Kendrick said himself, he was like, I'm surprised y'all sent the request knowing we got some shit to address. Mm-hmm. So I think just the fact, period, like, nigga, how you trying to ask me to get on the song when you know we've been having this Cold War. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
We got a lot of stuff to address for you to talk about get on the song with me.
Yeah, so I think it was more so than any other lines.
Okay, I can see that too, and I kind of thought about that as well. Because why get on like that? Why not make your own song, mm-hmm. Kendrick, mm-hmm. to rebuttal that song that Kendrick and that Drake and J. Cole had did, mm-hmm. First Person Shooter. You get on another song with somebody else, Future, mm-hmm. which kind of dragged Future into the whole thing. Situation. But what it made sense is because Metro, Future, Drake had some little thing brewing, mm-hmm. whatever. That's why he said, Metro, shut your ass up and make some drums, or whatever the case may be. And Future sending the shots by saying, basically, like, niggas don't see my tail. Niggas don't kiss and tell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's what Kendrick took the opportunity to say, you know what? They're already on that type of energy. I get on that song, And they already, you know what I'm saying? So that it just made sense to get on that song, opposed to just coming out with your own song, with your own like that.
I think, and it's gonna take us into it, you know what I'm saying? But I just think it's a little hypocritical, you know what I'm saying? When you drop Not Like Us and you say,
Not Like Us or Not Like, I'm telling you, no.
No, I know you're talking about Like That.
Like That, yeah.
But I'm saying, I think the reason why he jumped on that song is the same thing you accusing Drake of, pretty much. It's like, oh, that shit, it's a nice song, nice catchy hook. I go on there and throw my venom on there, shooting that buddy, it's gonna go through the roof.
We'll get into that later because I have a whole different viewpoint on why I think Kendrick did that song, and that's his biggest song, and it's not necessarily nowhere near my favorite Kendrick song.
No, I think
nowhere near it.
I think most Kendrick fans don't really
like it. Well, we
I ain't gonna say
appreciate the song.
Like it, but
we appreciate the song, but it's not like we like it because of what it did.
Yeah.
More or less for that. Mm-hmm. Opposed to like if that was on the album, just a regular normal song on the album, it probably a song as a Kendrick fan, we probably skip that song because that's not the way Kendrick really rap. Mm-hmm. That's not Kendrick's style.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. But Like That.
Like That.
Back to Like That. Once he dropped Like That, I think did you consider Like That as a diss?
Oh, for sure. For sure. When you addressing everything that they said in First Person Shooter and you shooting it down, it's a diss.
Okay, so do you consider the Hard Part 4 diss? I'm not sure you're not familiar with Kendrick, okay? Because if that's the case, you got to look at everything. I won't say that was a diss like that. I would consider it another shot.
I think shot, diss, to me, it's all the same. Like, it might not be a full diss record.
No, because shot, diss, okay, if you want to say that.
But that whole verse was.
But they've been doing this pretty much for the last 10 years.
No, they've been dissing each other.
For the last 10 years, you know what I'm saying?
I think this one was just more, it was more easier to tie the knots connect the dots than any of the disses in the past. Like, obviously the ones in the very beginning that Kendrick shot, people got it right away. But I think even some of the other ones, like, if you're a casual fan, you ain't pick up on it. But even the casual fans picked up on this shit. Mm-hmm. Like when that verse dropped, it woke everybody up. Even the casual fans knew, like, oh boy, you going back at them.
Was Like That more impactful than the song he did with Big Sean? Control?
I think it is, just because of the space that we in now with social media. Like, social media was big then, but I think this
if Control would have came out right now, it would have been more crazier. Yeah. It would have been even more crazy.
Because I think the Control verse was more.
I think the Control verse, it wasn't a diss. It was more of a competitive, like, look, y'all my dogs. It's like a football player. He's not supposed to say he the best, what's the name out there, and he go play against his dudes he went to high school with or college with. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm finna get out there and do this to y'all. You know, he's supposed to feel like that. And that's why I think Kendrick did in that song. Some people took offense to it.
Yes.
And Drake was one of those people.
Mm-hmm. I think, so again, I think that was friendly fire, right? Like you said, like, it's just competitive nature. Like, shit, boy, I'm here now, and I feel like I'm the best. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, respectfully, y'all upper echelon, so I'm gonna come at the top. Like, that's what normal people do. When you gonna challenge somebody, you don't challenge the bottom, you challenge the top. So it was respect in a way that he even naming y'all, but also it was, a little disrespect.
I can see that because some people felt the way that their name didn't get called.
Exactly.
You had a lot of rappers that he ain't called my name. Well, he's trying to say I ain't worthy enough to be. Exactly. And some people felt like, oh shit, he put me in that category with those dudes. That's what's up. And they took offense to it. They just took the appreciation like, damn, that nigga shot at me out. He feel like I'm one of his peers in this.
And obviously being a Drake fan, my take on it is the reason why Drake felt the way is because, like, nigga, you could have mentioned the rest of them niggas, like, as top people you shooting at, but, like, I helped you. You know what I'm saying? So I think when you help somebody, I feel like he probably felt like the relationship was different. And I think that's why he took offense to it the way he did.
When you say help, you saying Drake don't take Kendrick on that tour. Kendrick don't become Kendrick that he is today.
No, listen. Kendrick probably still gonna become Kendrick because he's a great rapper, right? Artist, whatever you want to call it. Artist. So he's a great artist. So he's gonna make that type of music. So he probably would have got there eventually. But I think Drake did help him get there faster. He introduced him to a larger audience. He took him, like when he took him on tour, he put him on his songs. Drake was already here. You know what I'm saying?
You know the backstory before Kendrick got on that tour? It ain't like he really wanted Kendrick on that tour because how dope Kendrick was. Drake asked him to be on this tour because it ain't like you was just a nobody who wasn't that good, who wasn't just like, you garbage nigga, just come, you gonna come open up for me. You had to be good to be on Drake's show because Drake was a household name at that time. Mm-hmm. So I don't necessarily think that Kendrick's career is where it's at as far as how fast it got there because of he went on tour with Drake. I do get that Drake gave him that exposure because they got 21 for instance. 21 was doing pretty good. Lil Durk was doing pretty good, but once they got on there with Drake, they was doing great. They were doing great. So I get that. But that wasn't the case for Kendrick. It ain't like when once Kendrick went on that, Kendrick's career just changed. That wasn't the case. Kendrick was still doing mixtapes. Good Kid, Mad City was out yet?
It came out right after that.
Good Kid, Mad City came out after that? Now, Good Kid, Mad City, you said was one of the verse albums you heard, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
It was that other one.
No, Good Kid, Mad City is the one you said you couldn't listen to it. You said I couldn't listen to it.
Nah, I think it was the next one.
Good Kid, Mad City is probably arguably one of the best albums, not just hip-hop, in the history of music, just the concept of how the album is put together by being one whole day. Just the uniqueness of that. And then he delivered with lyrics, hits, this, that, and the other. Even got Drake on the song now.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that's the album I thought was okay. I think it was the next album that I thought was,
You didn't like
How to Pimp a Butterfly.
How to Pimp a Butterfly. Yeah. My favorite album.
Yeah. I wasn't fucking with that one.
I understand. I can get that. Like I said, go back to the Gauze and what's the name, so I can get that.
Style of music.
And then that album is not commercially. It's not like it don't have no commercial songs on there. It don't have no beats. It don't have nothing catch on there. What I loved about Kendrick doing that and where he's at now. You don't know one artist because once you do good on your first album, your second album is really anticipated. Like everybody really anticipating your second album. Yeah. And for him to not come out with a hit-driven album, because at first I was upset. I'm like, come on, K-Dot, man. I'm learning about Nipsey now. Big Sean doing this thing. Like, I need something. I need that K-Dot that I would listen to on the mixtapes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I needed that. And he wasn't giving me that. He was coming with a whole different twist. But once I listened to the album, I appreciated it and understood, like, this dope for somebody on his second album. I mean, like he at the peak of his career now, and he chose to, because that's a hell of a decision to make that type of album. Your second album. Yeah. Most people do that their third, fourth album when they towards the end of these. He did that right then and there, and what it stood for. Last thing I'm gonna say on this before we move on, to Pimp a Butterfly in itself, and then you got Tupac at the end of that CD having a conversation with Tupac. When you in a cocoon, the butterfly, I mean the caterpillar, right? And then he turned into the butterfly. Yeah. When you look at how he did the album, when you listen to, because he got these little speeches in there throughout the album. If you listen to that, you will see how, I don't want to get too much into that, man. I don't want to get too much into that, but To Pimp a Butterfly was really a dope album. That's for another day. Yeah. But the second album and then the third album is the one I think you kind of started listening to Kendrick on was Damn.
I thought Damn was dope.
We was vibing. Actually, we was the kind of battle to see who knew more songs and who knew the song the fastest. Did it. I was like, I was kind of shocked, like this nigga. And let me tell you what I did. I'm gonna be honest with you. I seen that. The only Drake album I ever listened to was when I seen you listen to K-Dot. I went to listen to Drake. And that's when he came out with that song with Project Pat, 21 Savage. What album is that?
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
But you know the album I'm talking about?
I don't really remember.
Okay, he got a song with 21 Savage. I think because of that song is why he actually wanted to do a song with 21. What was the name of that album? I think it was Certified Lover Boy.
Oh, I was about to say.
Certified Lover Boy, Certified.
Is it Knife Talk?
PDF. No, it's not that. It's actually. One second.
Is that the name of the song? Knife Talk?
I don't remember the name of the song. What year that came out? 2022? Damn came out in 2017. So I'm waiting.
Came out in 2017?
Damn came out in 2017.
Oh, yeah, no, it was.
So the album I'm talking about, so I was wrong. Well, the song he had did with Project Pat and 21 Savage, I kind of like, dang, Drake. I liked that Drake when he got a legend like Project Pat.
Yeah.
Like when he got, you know what I'm saying? Somebody like Project Pat and put him on the album, and then 21 Savage was rapping like his style, like how Project Pat rapped. So when I heard that, I'm like, damn, Drake, I fuck with you now. That's the same album he got with Jay-Z on there and Ross, I think.
Okay.
You know that song I'm talking about? That long song where Jay-Z rapped for like 2 hours.
You could go as long as you want, but I think I know the song. I just can't. When he talking about 3/5 the man and all that.
That album right there, that's the album that I'm talking about. When I heard that Drake had put, like I said, 21 in, I was like, God, I fuck with Drake now. That's what made me say I really fuck with him. I fuck with Drake. And you had listened to Damn too? Yeah, I fuck with that boy. I fuck with him now. I respect the fact that he put Project Pat and 21 Savage on that song. I wish I would have found that song.
Knife Talk.
Light Talk?
Knife
Talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Come to find out, you know how Khaled be doing albums and he get different artists to do songs for him, but he not necessarily on the song.
Yeah.
Besides We the Best and shit like that. A DJ, I forgot the name of the DJ. A DJ had that song, Project Pat and 21 Savage. Drake, how the blog said it, not saying Drake begged him, but how they said Drake begged him for the song and got on the song, made it his song.
Yeah.
Of course, they not finna say, nah, nigga, you can't get on, it's Drake. So Drake put it on his album, but it was actually, I thought it was dope that he had, when he got the boys on his album, but actually it was a song that was already done and he went and got on that song. So Nori got a thing when he say a nigga had gave him, he would give niggas that. And like, say you come around, it's you, Cisco, Ski, you know what I'm saying? Bunch of y'all, man. It was another nigga. I done dapped everybody up, locked in with everybody, but he wasn't with y'all. So I go back to him like, hey, bro.
I heard that.
Take that dap back. Yeah. That's how I did when I found out Drake. Only album I liked it. Yeah. I liked it because I thought he did that. But once I found out it wasn't that, took my light back. I took my light back, y'all. I took my light back, but it still was a good album. Now, so I said all that to say, Drake always did make good music, but he always had little shots at K-Dot. And K-Dot always had shots at him. So they been shooting at each other.
Who started the shooting?
Who started the shooting?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think when he made Control, somebody got any feelings, possibly.
For sure.
And not only that,
we got to touch back on that too.
When he did that Control verse, not Control verse, when he did that Cypher verse.
Cypher.
Joke's on you. I'm bulletproof. When he did that, I think that's what really got up on his skin, because Drake went on the interview and was like, when he seen Kendrick ain't did nothing. So he was like, oh, what, that was just some rap shit? Like, he really was like about that life. Like, oh, he thought Kendrick was gonna do something. Because that's how he made it seem like, when you see me, nigga, it was cool. It was cool because Kendrick ain't felt no way when he made Control. Yeah. It was just, like I said, a song to my competition. And if you worthy to be on the level like I'm on, I mention your name. And your name was first, Drake. So, I mean, he gave you respect.
And we gonna always see that part different, right? Because like you said, we're fans, we're biased, you know what I'm saying? So you see it that way. Like I told you from earlier, like I see it in the sense of and you felt like it wasn't help, but regardless of, it was though. You know what I'm saying? Because again, Kendrick himself talked about how that feature from Drake and being on Drake album and being on Drake tour took him from this stratosphere to that stratosphere. So no matter how we slice it, it was help. But at the same time, I feel like Drake probably took it personal for that reason. Like, you calling out Meek and all these other guys, cool, because they never did nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? So in Drake mind, like, damn, bro, like I helped you up. Like I saw potential. Again, like you said, Kendrick was gonna be Kendrick no matter what. But I think Drake helped him reach there a little faster, gave him the platform to expose his music to other people.
I can agree with that.
So it's like when you do something for somebody, you're gonna feel a way if they shoot at you. So I think in the interviews I saw, like Drake, I don't think it was on some like, well, you see me, you ain't do nothing. I think it was just like, you seen me and it was all love. And I think, to your point, like Kendrick probably was from a standpoint of like, nigga, it's a sport. It's just battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel no different. I still love you the same. It ain't no beef, but nigga, you the competition. And Drake looking at it like, I get it. I am the competition, but damn, you ain't have to say my name because like, we gotta.
Then he don't say his name, and then Drake fell away like, damn. Cause like I said, there was a lot of artists felt away because their name didn't get mentioned. They felt like, damn, nigga left me out. Nigga felt like, hey, some niggas made songs at Kendrick because their name didn't get mentioned.
And I get that part, but I just think we'll never know how Drake would have responded if he didn't mention his name. I don't think, just based on the way he came off in the interviews, I don't think that he would have felt the way if Kendrick didn't mention him. I thought he would have saw it as a sign of respect. But, we can move on from that to the next part.
Like That comes out. Mm-hmm. When you heard Like That, as an OVO fan, as a Drake fan, how you felt when you heard that song? Did you take offense to it? Was it that big of a deal to you? Or was it like, okay, that was hard? That was like another typical Kendrick, Control, or any other shots that he threw? Or you knew like, oh shit,
no, I knew
this should be something.
No, I knew it was gonna be something. Because again, I think everything else leading up to that was more subliminal. Like even the first shot, like we said, the first shot was more sport. Like we all top receivers, but I feel like I'm the best. I'm letting y'all know, I'm calling y'all out. I felt like that. With the cypher, that was a little bit more direct, even though he didn't say his name. I felt like that was the beginning of like, nah, nigga, I don't really like you. You know what I'm saying? To me. But again, so they just cold warring it up until that point, back and forth throughout the years here and there. But when they come out with first person shooter, and then you come out with the Like That verse, and you rebuttal everything they saying directly, like, nah, I knew like, well, it's on now. But that, and for the record, that verse hard as fuck. Like the song was good, but when Kendrick come on there snapping, that's what take it.
Hey, let's get it, bro.
that take it through the roof.
Well, the hardest line on that song is "These hoes for the streets." When Future first came on and say, "How song come on? Tell the Southern Son and all these hoes for the street." So that's the hard line on the song. Me, I just want to throw that out there.
Nah,
but
that shit, nigga barely like right now. You gonna find nobody that even play the whole song. They just gonna play the Kendrick verse. Like Future them just was on there. Like they,
I don't necessarily say that.
That shit wasn't nothing. Like,
I think the battle is what made Kendrick verse more harder because there was a hard song originally. First of all, I just like the sample that they used already. Like that's a song I grew up listening to. Ultimate, I loved that beat already. I'm like, oh man. So they delivered. Now, when I first heard it, I didn't think it was I didn't think it was a big deal. I didn't think it was a big deal because like I said, I heard First Person Shooter, but I didn't know the song like that. Obviously because I'm not a Drake fan. And I'm definitely a Cole fan.
I was gonna say Cole on that. I just think the shit was hard.
I mean, if it didn't come on, I wouldn't hear it.
Gotcha.
I never went to it and said, "Oh, let me play this song." I don't watch videos, so I know I didn't see the visual. You know what I'm saying? So I never really heard it. So when Kendrick was saying what he was saying to rebuttal everything that they were saying in that song, I didn't hear it like how you heard it to say, "Oh shit, I know this gonna be something." It was just like, "Oh, okay." It was just like that. It was like simple for me. You know what I'm saying? But once I learned about what he really was saying, then I kind of felt like, okay. I still didn't think it was going to lead to what it led to. I think what took it to the next level is when Drake mentioned his wife. And I think that's what changed it from a fun battle to, oh, nigga, you want to play? And then it just went
left
way to where it went at.
But I think it was, I ain't gonna say it was always gonna go there, but I just think like, to me, like, Kendrick just really don't like him. Like, and I think when people took that shit.
But I need you to understand what Kendrick don't like. What Drake, not necessarily Drake the person, what Drake represents. Yeah. It's more so that. And if you're a black, African, nationalist nigga like that, you gonna feel the same way how you feel, because look what you're doing to our music, bro. Look what you're doing to our, first of all, you black by default, in a sense.
Cole black by default then.
But that's not the topic right now, and he is. But I won't say Cole black by default, because the difference between Cole having a white parent and Drake having a white parent, Cole grew up black. Drake didn't grow up black.
Okay.
You understand? So even you got some white dudes that me and my partner was having a discussion about this the other day, that if I grew up around a white dude and he been in the projects with me his entire life, and he always say his nigga around here, nigga, I'm not gonna feel no way if he say my nigga, because that's all he hear. That's our nigga too. And he been around us. Every now and then he gonna go through getting whooped every now and then, because somebody ain't gonna feel bad one day and don't give a fuck. You still a cracker. I ain't gonna want to hear that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think J. Cole grew up black schools, black culture, black this, black that. I don't think Marvin Gaye was getting played in Kendrick and Drake crib.
It was getting played in his daddy.
When he went to his daddy house, but his daddy and his mom ain't stayed together. They didn't live together. They never was together like that. But so that's Drake wasn't in the house with his daddy. Drake grew up in the house with his old boy. So Drake didn't grow up listening to that type of music.
But look how y'all penalizing him.
I'm not penalizing him. I'm asking you, do you know personally anybody, Kent, Superman, OVO, do you know personally anybody that went to a bar mitzvah?
No. I mean, I do now in my grown-up life, not growing up. I mean,
all I'm saying is, we ain't never been, so I still don't know what a bar mitzvah is right now. You know what I'm saying? So, all I'm saying is, niggas didn't do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, like, you coming over here and you infiltrating, you perpetrating, you acting like you one of us, and you really not like us. So that's why that song was so perfect. Like, okay, you dope. When he first came, Wayne said, look, be yourself. Don't get tattoos. This is what Drake said. Wayne told him. You seen that interview?
I didn't see that.
When Drake said, one of the first things Wayne told him, like, look, don't never change up. Keep smiling. Be yourself. Don't try to make the type of music that we make. Stay in your lane. Drake would have did that. Drake still would be the number one right now. What Drake messed up at, well, the numbers don't say that. What Drake messed up at is when he started trying to act like something that he never was.
Yeah, but the thing is...
And that's what happened. That's what I think what happened with him. And then once Kendrick identified that, like, nigga, you look what you're doing to the culture. You making music that pacify them. And they still like, y'all want that pacified back in y'all mouth so bad because y'all so scared to want to think.
Yeah, but the whole thing is, why you not mad at all the other black rappers that's making the same type of music?
Because that's what I'm saying. They not infiltrators. They are already of the culture. You are not of the culture in doing this. If you was of the culture doing this, then it's not cool. But you definitely not for to be not of the culture and come here and think you just for the maneuver. And then when the shit hit the fan, you want to run back over here to these people. Nah, nigga, come stand with us still. Stand with us. Huh?
When he ran back.
That's what all white people do.
I said, but when did he run back? When?
Now, fancy.
How?
Where he at? Australia? How many niggas over there? He ain't running
Kicking
Africa.
off his
Why
tour.
he ain't running Africa? Where his daddy come from? Why he ain't go over there?
For what? He kicking off his tour where he making money.
Kicking
selling.
off his tour.
Yeah.
That hasn't been sold out. Not one night has been sold out yet.
Sure about that?
Not one night has been sold out. This is Drake we talking about. Sold out. He was having problems selling tickets at first.
Okay. But he number one right now on Billboard.
More than likely, when somebody of that caliber, that big, comes out with an album, he's gonna go. But he's not having Drake numbers, so he's falling off.
Nobody having their numbers. Kendrick had that. GNX was a low number album.
GNX was an EP basically, but it was what low numbers
For him.
How
It wasn't his biggest seller.
How
Was it his biggest selling numbers first week?
I
don't think so.
I don't know, but like most people who come out with an album, they get rollouts. You know about this album 2-3 weeks, months in advance that this album finna come out. So it's so much promotion that go behind that. So when it dropped, it helps the first week sales. So when you come out the blue in the middle of the night and just drop an album, it's gonna hurt your first week sales because you didn't have no promotion behind that. For you to still have the numbers that you had without promotion, stop it. You gotta understand that song has, and still right now today, how many songs from Drake album is on the number one? Kendrick still has songs that's number one in the top 10. You still got like 4 songs in the top 10 on the Billboard right now from Gen X.
Not 4, 2 maybe.
4. Luther.
TV
Squabble Up.
Squabble Up. I don't think it's on there.
TV Off.
TV Off. I give you that.
Not Like Us.
Not Like Us. Not on the album.
Stop. No.
Listen, we gonna keep our facts right,
nigga. Did y'all hear that? That man say. That boy say Not Like Us is not on the album.
Is it on GNX?
It's not.
Okay.
But I did say he has 4 songs.
You said off the album.
Correction. 4 songs. Well, we just stay to the album. He has at least 3 songs.
I got 2, but
4 songs that was what 2? Squabble Up?
No, Luther and TV Off.
Squabble Up is definitely on there.
Squabble Up on there right now.
Billboard.
Yeah.
That's one thing about the internet. It don't steer you wrong. It kind of like leads you the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking to see if not just if 3 songs on there. We're just looking to make sure to see if Drake has any songs on Billboard.
So Not Like Us is number 1.
Still? That song came out last. Nah, you lying. You stop.
Well,
no, do an update version because that's you talking about last year. You got an update version?
That's what I'm trying to look at.
Sheesh. Because that song can't still be number 1. Billboard Hot 100 charts. And let's see. Not Like Us, number 1. 40 weeks on the chart.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Luther. Number 3, Turn His TV Off. Number 5, Squabble Up.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. I'm looking at the top. Number 10, 30 for 30.
That's not a
Chat. It's name on there though. It say Kendrick Lamar. It's not on the album. We already established that it's just 3. We got 3 songs.
Mm-hmm.
We got Luther number 1, Turn the TV Off number 2, Squabble Up number 3. Well, we can't say Not Like Us, so because that's not on the album. So we're gonna just do the album. So number 2, number 3, number 5, and number 10. You got 4 songs off your album that's holding the top 10 spots, and then you have Not Like Us still at number 1. That's been there for over 40 weeks. So
Listen.
I don't know if it's a misprint, but I can't find Drake's name nowhere on this top 10 list. And this is normally where Drake stay at, especially when he come out with a new album. It's like at least 3-4 songs, Drake songs up there. That's maybe if we go top 20, we probably find it.
Maybe because everything I seen was saying his album was number 1 this week.
Stop it. It's not that says Drake album is number 1, sir.
Everything says that. You looking at singles.
No, I'm not going to albums. What shall I type in for that? To look for that album?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on.
No, I just put number one song. No album.
Album.
Right now.
Because it's saying he gonna be number 4.
Billboard 200
14.
album. Gen X is number 1. They say Gen X, not the Why is it not? That's something ain't right. Because Gen X can't. Oh yeah, Gen X number 1. SZA number 2. The Weeknd number 3. Bad Bunny number 4. I'm gonna just scroll down until I get to Drake. So damn, has got back inside the top at number 9.
It ain't updated yet.
And Good Kid, Mad City is number 10. Okay.
Super Bowl push.
That happens with every artist.
Yeah,
that happens with every artist.
But when the new rankings come out, Drake it'll be number 1.
When the new rankings supposed to come out?
I don't know.
When his next album come out?
No, it's been how many days?
Drake.
It should come out.
Okay, well let's just see where. We can just type in where that album charted at. We can just go straight to that.
Okay.
What's the name of the album again? Garbage.
Just put SSS for you.
SSS for you. First week sales. Well, Drake replaced Kendrick Lamar top of top 20 high this week. No, that's not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Drake facing no. It say will he replace next week? So
next week, yeah.
Okay.
Next week is when his official numbers come in. Remember, his album ain't been out a full week yet. So
it has. Friday made it a full week.
Yeah.
The day.
So then now when the Billboard come out, that's when it's gonna show. Right now it's not showing him on it.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use your biasness.
Okay.
Do you consider this a number 1 album to you? When you listen to it? Because at 12 o'clock that night, I came in here to do a review on that album. Mm-hmm. And I was going to do an honest review. And I said, you know what? We're not going to be biased. We're going to listen to the album. But I said, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to listen to a little bit of that first before I get my honest review. And I skimmed through, and I skimmed through, and I skimmed through, and I skimmed through. And I'm like,
it's not for us like that.
I understand that.
It's
but what,
R&B.
I'm going to tell you how smart this dude think he is. If it flop, that's what's the name album?
Nah. He already celebrating it. They already said it's gonna be number 1 when the Billboard update next week. So he already celebrating his 14th.
Okay, let me ask you this. You think the album is number 1 because of it's that good of an album? Or a lot of people went to go listen to the album to see if he finna say something back about this, and then you just got the core Drake fans. Or you think reason. I think it's the core fans, and I think it's people want to see if he finna say something back, if he finna rebuttal back. But once, look at it, the album has, when you go on Spotify or Tidal or things that play albums a lot, it don't have a lot of spin back. Like people heard it, but they're not going back to listen to it again. Yeah. They're not going back to listen to it again because it don't have playback value.
Some songs.
GNX has playback value. It even has songs now. Peekaboo was a song that nobody was listening to like that. He did it at the Super Bowl. That song numbers done went off the charts.
Of course, because when you do the Super Bowl, so you gotta, a lot of this is swayed because, like you said, with Drake, a lot of people listen to it to see if he gonna respond to Kendrick. A lot of people listen to see, a lot of people because they just core Drake fans, right? It's the same thing with GNX. When that dropped, listen, it was fresh off the battle. So number 1, people gonna go run and listen to it. Then it dropped, right?
It did not.
No, it did.
What dropped? What dropped?
GNX. You know why it's spiking again? Because of the Super Bowl.
But it dropped like every other album will drop. It had done this couple weeks, month.
No, I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
But it ain't dropped way out of
I'm saying it dropped like any other typical album will do.
Okay.
But you saying, now Peekaboo, it's there because you got the Super Bowl push.
I understand why Peekaboo, that's what I'm saying. Peekaboo got that push because of what's the name. But songs like that got that push because of the Super Bowl. Huh?
You like Peekaboo? You biased, so I can't.
I like Peekaboo because of the feature. I like the beat more than anything. I think my biases don't just come with Kendrick. It has a lot to do. I'm biased for the West Coast. Period. So the West Coast sound to me,
I'm not a fan.
The West Coast sound to me, and that's the first Kendrick album that just has a West Coast sound. Mm-hmm. That's not a typical Kendrick album.
Exactly.
It's not an album like the next album we get from Kendrick gonna be the typical Kendrick album. Mm-hmm. What I did like about this album is I thought it was gonna be one of the ones where you listen to it and then like, okay, boom, because he did it so fast, came out so fast, and then it's not the typical kind of beats. The flow is like it's really West Coast. Mm-hmm. Like it ain't gonna stand too long. But I'm sure.
Listen, when
hey now, say now.
When you coming off the battle and the Super Bowl, it's gonna have a little staying power. But so let's get into that, right? Everything Kendrick is accusing Drake of, and Not Like Us, other than the say Drake heard you like I'm young.
Can go ahead? I don't want to stop because we put a led up to that, but go ahead.
Everything else, what you want to do something else?
No, go ahead.
Because everything else, like you ran to Atlanta. What Kendrick used to kick this off?
Kick what off?
Kick off this whole beef and all this.
Like that.
Who he used?
Like that.
From who?
The guy who he had featured on his biggest record.
But from who?
Future.
So boom. Now you claiming Drake went to Atlanta. You ran to Atlanta. You claiming Drake
you know we record
a puppet, yeah. You claiming Drake a puppet, right?
Y'all hear this?
Who you go get? Hold on. Who you go get to produce GNX? Who to produce on GNX? Executive producer.
I don't know.
Taylor Swift, take executive producer.
Okay.
So, like Drake said, you doing for the Swifties, and correct me if I'm wrong now. The Atlanta shit, the Taylor Swift shit, the Not Like Us. Why you ain't get it? Why you ain't let Mustard executive produce? Not Like Us. Then the whole white mama, black daddy, like you said, you gonna say, oh, but Cole still grew up black. But at the end of the day, you still picked at him for being a half-breed. Cole the same thing, but you gave a Cole a pass. You know why? Because to be honest, and you know we gonna
agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. But all this shit is rooted in jealousy. Like, because now all of a sudden, and what he doing is, and I hated the fact that Drake let him bait him into it, because all he doing is the same shit 50 did to Ja Rule. Like, oh nigga, I'm gonna pick at you singing, you ain't gangster like me. And then as soon as he kill off Ja Rule, what 50 doing? Singing. Give you that window, Like, you took the man's whole style and ran with it after you picked at him for doing it. So now, oh, you made music to pacify him. Now what Kendrick doing? TV off. Mustard. You doing the same shit. Not like us. They not like us. Same shit. So now you taking Drake lane and trying to make money and grow your following off of the things that Drake do. So that's why now I'm glad. Like again, this was like you lost the battle. Like Drake, you lost the battle. We all know that.
I can't hear you.
He lost the battle.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. But guess who else lost the battle? Billionaire Hove. Remember they was talking about, oh, Nas killed Jay-Z's career. He'll never recover. Jay went back to being Jay. Jay a billionaire now. Jay ended up signing Nas. Like, you little bro. So, boom. Now, Drake followed the same thing. Get back to being you. Now you came out with your R&B album, which is another notch, another feather in your cap. Like, first rapper with a #1 R&B album. Boom. It ain't that good to me. I'll be honest. Like, but it's something you could vibe to. Like, it's not y'all type of music. I'll listen to it on the way to work, get my little vibe on here and there. But I think after that, when he come back for the summer, and give us them typical Drake bangers, like just get back to being you. Don't let a nigga trick you out your spot. Which is what he did in the battle. Like Kendrick came with the bubblegum catchy song, right? Which is what Drake normally make. Drake came with the pen, the lyrics, we being real, like as far as rap goes, Family Matters was the hardest song in the battle.
Euphoria. Again, I was about to say that, I just didn't want to cut you off. I was about to ask you that. The hardest song Kendrick made out of that whole battle is Euphoria. The catchiest song
Kendrick made. You got
the hardest song Kendrick made is Euphoria. The hardest song out of that battle was Not Like Us. The hardest song Drake made out of the battle was Family Matters.
Family Matters was the best
song that Drake made.
Bar for bar battle rap in the whole battle.
All right.
In my opinion, I'm biased.
So me and P came up with this thing the other day where we want to put 10 battle songs. Well, we said 5, but we had to stretch it.
Okay.
What we consider Hit 'Em Up, No Vaseline. What songs do we consider to be this song? Drake got in there with Back to Back. What's name don't make it into a diss song that make you like, whoa, when you hear Family Matters. When you hear Family Matters, you're not putting that in the category with Ether. You're not putting that in the category with Hit 'Em Up. That's what I'm saying. So it's not one of them songs that it's not one of them battle songs.
No, but none of them
not like us is. Not like us is. That's why it's the number one rap battle song, because he depicted him on every verse. He think about this though, son. Is Family Matters better than Meet the Grams?
Yes.
Bars wise?
Yes.
Oh my God.
You know the best.
Sir.
Listen, you know the best.
So you like stuff that make you laugh
No.
and fun, like
that ain't what makes me laugh in that one.
killed him on Meet the Grams, sir.
Nah. Listen, I think this is the thing. I think the best thing Kendrick did was stepped on Family Matters. That was the best thing he ever did. And he was, listen, the thing is.
The truth doesn't matter. God, plenty of shit in Family Matters. Go ahead. Shit. Talk about stepped on. I'm talking about
stepped on it.
Right now.
And that was the smartest thing he did. But you know why?
But he said that. He said back to back. I like that record. I'm gonna get back to that for the record. And that's when he came back. That's what he said. I'm gonna get back to that for the record.
You know why? You know why? Because when you hate a person for so long, wow. I ain't even gonna say hate. When you jealous of a person, dislike a person for so long, you got time to plan, plot, strategize. And Kendrick, he even told you, his homies even told you, Kendrick had a lot of this stuff already recorded. Like a lot of this song, Not Like Us.
You know how many songs Jay-Z got about? You know Jay-Z got a song about Tupac.
No, but what I'm saying,
everybody got songs by everybody that's recorded.
But the thing is, like, they might have them songs, like, let's say if something pop off, then boom, I'm gonna make a song. And you probably just never released it. I'm talking about for years, Kendrick been having this shit. He been.
Where you get that from?
Go look at it. His homeboy.
I don't think me being a Kendrick, not just fan, because when you become a fan of these people, you kind of also, we don't know them, but we feel like we know them. Like when we listen to Hot Boys, we like the BG because, well, I did, but most people like the BG because we believe BG was really doing that.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne can say the same thing, but we didn't believe Lil Wayne. We felt like Lil Wayne was around it.
Yeah.
But you could just tell the way BG tell it, like BG in it, like he really in it. What we talking about for me to get back to the point, to tie that back into what I was saying?
Oh, I was feeling like Kendrick a little jealous.
Oh, so by me feeling like I know Kendrick, the type of person Kendrick is, when you use the word hate, when you use the word jealous, the reason why I'm gonna give you the hate part is because of what he said. I hate the way you walk, the way you, even though he was piggybacking off DMX.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? But hate, jealous, Kendrick, stop it. What am I jealous of? You don't make the type of music that I even listen to. You don't inspire me. What is it that I'm jealous about? Kendrick not big on numbers. Kendrick, he can care less about that. Even though he got way more Grammys. Before Not Like Us. Way more Grammys than Drake.
Yeah, but again, Grammys is like...
I'm just saying. If Drake had all the Grammys is like what?
Subjective to... All right, I'll go back to this. So, 50 got an interview when he talked about the Grammys. He say, Jay-Z got Grammys. Beyonce got Grammys. Jay-Z and Beyonce kids got Grammys. Tupac don't got no Grammys. He said, that tell you everything you need to know about the Grammys.
The same thing about Oscars. You know what I'm saying? Denzel ain't getting an Oscar until he made Trinity.
Exactly.
Barry ain't getting down until she made Monster Ball. They got way better roles than that. I would have felt the way if Kendrick never had none and he only got something Not Like Us. I would have definitely felt the way about that.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is with that, what you saying is they didn't get it till they played a certain role. I'm not saying that with the Grammys. I'm just saying it just tells you like this is not really something that we should base the measure
So what we
on.
base it on? Because all of us fake. We can't base it on numbers. Only thing we can base it on is back in the days when albums was actually getting sold. Mm-hmm. You can't fake those numbers because these are the albums that are actually getting sold. It's different now. It's streaming, this, that, and the other.
Yeah. So
now, Drake was killing the screen game. Numbers, nah, you're not freaking creeping up. You're not, huh? See, that didn't age well. See, when you look at Euphorium, that's why I say Euphorium is a better song. And then look at Family Matters. When it came out, it was dope. But look at it now. Listen to those lyrics now. Go look at my skit. Some of the stuff he said in that song. Mm-hmm. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody go give him a gun right now. What my thing say? Walk, 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 walk. You see 5 Grammys. Then he say, cease and desist for hoes. Mm-hmm. He say that. That's what he said. Mm-hmm. Then he go around and look at the video and say, Drake just sent a cease and desist letter. Mm-hmm. We gonna get into that part later because that's where it really. I thought you probably want to be a Drake fan once he started doing all that girl stuff, but we'll get into. We gonna get into that.
We definitely gonna get into that.
Now,
I have another take on that too, but we gonna.
Now, you were just saying he hates.
Maybe that's too strong of a word.
Or even to say jealous.
I think he's jealous of the ways Drake is glorified worldwide.
Okay, he may feel a way about it, but I don't think jealousy it is. I think it's like, God, like this is the guy who representing the culture that we have. This is the culture. Like, this is who we got at the front for our culture. Nah, it shouldn't be. So if it's jealousy, it will be from more or less that standpoint, not for I want to be there. Well, it should be me.
I think he feel like that because I think right now you're seeing him clamoring for that spot because everything he's doing right now is to be what Drake was.
It's not to be. It's just happening like that. He's not doing anything to say, "Oh, I'm finna go try to be number one." What is he doing? What is he doing?
He making a pop.
You know, he ain't called to ask to go to the Super Bowl. They called him. Your boy called him.
He ain't have to. He ain't have to accept it. Drake turned it down.
Who turned down the Super Bowl?
Drake turned it down 3 times already.
The Super Bowl?
Yes. They got it. Go watch all the interviews. They say Drake done turned it down 3 times. You know why? I'm Drake. I don't need that push.
You know Kendrick why? Not just that. You don't get paid for the Super Bowl.
First of all. You got to pay for it.
You don't get paid for the Super Bowl, right?
No. But when you are, the stuff that you gain, the more mass following.
Did Bruno Mars need the Super Bowl?
Probably not. But
did Taylor Swift need the Super Bowl? Did Usher need the Super Bowl?
Listen,
Kendrick didn't need the Super Bowl.
Usher needed it at this point.
Kendrick didn't need the Super Bowl. It helped, but he didn't need the Super Bowl.
I think he needed it to go where he's going. Like Kendrick was not like global like that.
See, you think Kendrick is not global because Kendrick don't have these radio songs.
It's not about the radio songs for me. I'm just looking at like when I look at
Kendrick has fans in Africa. Drake don't.
No, he don't. Drake do.
That's what I'm saying. He do. But this is what I'm saying. Like it's people that understand and feel Kendrick. Like
no, they do.
I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough.
Again, and that. Like, why we like Kendrick when he act tough? You really think
Kendrick act tough?
Kendrick got songs
When do Kendrick act tough?
Kendrick got songs
and just because he act tough, what we're saying is, I don't have a problem with Drake music. I just don't like when he act tough. You know why Kendrick act tough? Where Kendrick from?
It don't matter where you from.
What Kendrick about?
Where I'm from.
What Kendrick about?
Kendrick ain't about nothing.
He's more respected in the streets.
Because of who?
Because of gang culture in LA, because of the Crips, not the Crips, the Bloods, because of all the people he's surrounded with.
Exactly.
All these people.
That's why to his advantage.
You don't listen to. That's why I said you don't never listen to Good Kid, Mad City to understand.
I listen to it.
You don't understand. That's what I mean to say. I don't think you understand Good Kid, Mad City. Not necessarily that's going over your head. I think To Pimp a Butterfly, Mr. Morale probably go over your head.
I ain't even gonna.
And you're a deep person, so it's not that it'll go over your head because I knew you were intellectual enough to understand it. I just think you don't give the time of day, the energy. Like especially that's never been that type of music. No type of rappers, even down to pop. When it comes to pop, you like the more dancing, partier, known songs. No, you're not getting into like you like all the pop because it's popular. No. You're not gonna go listen to Screaming for My Niggas. You're not gonna go listen to Tupac Lives Now. You're not gonna listen to those type of albums.
Maybe not right this moment, but I've listened to all of that. This is the thing. So when people, the reason why you feel like that is because we had those debates about Pac and Jay-Z. So when we're having a debate, like now I gotta pick out what I deem as the Tupac flaws. And so when I'm giving you those flaws, now you're looking at it as like I don't really rock with Pac like that, which is that's not.
Nah. We can do the Jay-Z and the Nas. We can do the Kendrick and the Drake. Mm-hmm. One thing I won't never take from you is Pac. Like I know how you fuck with Pac, but we gonna still have our battles when it comes to Jay-Z and Pac. So I know you rock with Pac. I know it's not like you dislike. I know how you feel about Pac. So I'm giving you that.
So and I think that's the same thing with like anybody. Like even when they, when I do Steph and LeBron, like or even people like to do, which I think it's not even a conversation, Bron and Jordan. Like now I gotta tell you where Bron ain't even close. But anyway, that's another topic for another day.
Who you think better?
Better what?
Bron or Jordan? Who to go?
What?
Who to go?
What kind of question is that?
Just answer it.
Michael, Jeffrey, Jordan. It ain't even close. It ain't even close. So anyway, back to this.
So y'all already know we got an episode coming on soon about the GOAT James and the 6-time.
The
you know what I'm saying?
King James is what he's called. King James.
Who ain't did nothing in the first, like what he did before he won the championship. So we're gonna talk about all that, but that's another day. We're gonna get into that.
Yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, I just think that he is chasing this global appeal. Not saying he don't have some fans in all these areas, but globally, Drake music is more listened to, more streamed, more accepted by more people globally. And I think Kendrick, it was a time that he wanted to just make his
the songs that are accepted by Drake, sorry to cut you off, that you're talking about globally, those songs are the songs that we talk about, the dancing songs, not when Drake act tough. Because his tough songs, where do those songs go?
Yeah, it don't.
Where do those songs go? Is those the global songs?
Yeah, but it don't.
And we're not playing that in the hood.
It don't matter though, because it's like JV said, like, no, this just the shit I'm sprinkling with to keep the registers ringing. So it don't matter who listens to what. It's all under your umbrella. So again, now we looking at a Kendrick who go get Taylor Swift executive producer to produce this GNX album because you're looking for a more global accepted sound. Like, so
she had nothing to do with the sound of the album.
I didn't say she had something to do with the sound. Oh. We don't know that. But all I'm saying is
we know that.
Again, you got Google, right? You like YouTube. Look it up. Who the executive producer is, who he linked to. Why did you go get this executive producer? Why you ain't let Mustard produce the whole album?
Well, executive producer and producer is something totally different. Like Suge Knight ain't produced not one song in the studio. Dr. Dre was the producer, but Suge was the executive. All the executive producer is the person that put the money up for the city. That's all the executive producer does. He's not the person who produced the songs and this, that, and other. He's just executive producer. Is like if I go do a song on Diddy's stuff at Bad Boy, a bunch of producers gonna produce my. You look at who produced this song, produced this song. Diddy probably produced maybe 1 or 2 songs, if that. Even if he did, he's the executive producer of this project. He got the producers. He got the this signed off. She just executive producer. She did all a lot of layer work, but she had nothing to do with the actual music being produced.
But this guy, I'm telling you, he put together the sound of this album. Like when you go and research it again, you could look it up, Google it. Like this is the person. This is why this album. Like when you say people say this don't sound like a typical Kendrick album, and I think it was done on purpose because again, the same reason you go do the Super Bowl because.
So are you saying Kendrick wrong for this?
I'm not saying he wrong.
You're going back to saying Jay-Z. 50 killed Ja Rule by saying, nigga, you sing that. Then he turned around and sing. So now Kendrick, jealous, want the global appeal that Drake has. So he goes to do a song, Not Like Us, that's like a Drake song, that's big. And he go get a Taylor Swift to appeal to a more global audience. And he did Super Bowl to try to captivate that same audience and all that stuff.
It's all strategic.
Yeah.
I think that's
because he asked to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Again, plenty of people are asked to go.
I'm not going to snap that Drake's turned down it 3 times. I never heard of that because that's something that I don't understand. throughout this battle that nobody never once brought up and said, hey, well, Drake could have did when Kendrick first got the Super Bowl. I think it would have been out there that, man, Drake turned that thing down 3 times. Or even Drake would have said it himself, oh, Super Bowl, they ain't done. I turned that down 3 times. Drake did turn down Super Bowl performance. Drake has turned down Super Bowl halftime twice in 2020 and 2021. I'm going to ask you this. You think if Drake get off at the Super Bowl now, he'll turn it down?
He probably would. I'm going to tell you why.
This year, yeah. 2029, 2030. Drake get off the Super Bowl. He turned it down?
I think so. I think, and
you would know you're OVO.
I'm OVO. Yeah. I got my owl stuff coming. But my thing is, this is what I think. I think now Drake has seen like, okay, this how y'all feel about me? Cool. Stay over there. I think that's why
we gonna get into it later why Drake is over for Drake.
Over what? As far as what?
It's over for Drake. and this what we gonna get into has nothing to do with Kendrick.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with Kendrick.
Well, let's get into it then.
No, that's later on.
Okay. So
we get into that. That's way later on.
What we got now?
No, we still like so. I want to piggyback on what we were saying about what was the broad song in that battle, because when we look at what song aged well, look how well Euphoria aged, and everything that he said in that song. You're looking at spiraling and this, that, and all the stuff he said in that song. We starting to see that stuff still happening right now with Drake. Suing and all this stuff here.
I think people...
With a lot of stuff that Drake said in his song, it's not aging. Kendrick never beat on his wife. It's not that say that he did. Not saying that he don't or didn't do.
I don't believe he did.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it was just. I think they both was just throwing shit out there.
I don't know if Kendrick was throwing it out there by his daughter. I think how Drake said they fed him that he got fed that information. And instead of him doing his investigation, he ran with that. You know what I'm saying? It was good information because like that would have been a super bombshell in the battle if that had that been true. And it's still alleged to be out there. You know what I'm saying? It's still alleged to be out there, and not just that one. You know what I'm saying? So we'll leave that alone. All that's alleged.
I think they both had a lot of BS in their diss records. Which
what else he said was BS?
Huh?
What else Kendrick said was BS?
I mean, we had to bring the song out.
No, I mean, if it was BS as an OVO, you should already know the BS that he called out.
We have to go.
What's the PDF?
I think that's BS.
You seen it on stage. I have the footage right here.
No.
That girl was 17. I have the footage where he kissed her. Like he kissed her. Like
how old was Drake?
It wasn't grown.
How grown?
Grown.
And what's the consent age in that state?
So in that state. So you saying fuck the state, this and that, fuck whatever state.
No,
I don't give a fuck.
Morally, yes. Okay, I feel like
that's what I'm talking about.
No, I get that.
Nigga, okay, no, so
but
he kissed an old me at 17, even though he's 24. Only because that state said it. That's your daughter, and just because your daughter stay in that state.
Again, so
you
now,
cool with that?
Now we talking about morals or we talking about legally? Which one we talking about?
We talking about both.
No, we
gonna talk about both because morally we already know the answer.
We already know the answer.
Morally we already know the answer.
And I think
legally,
okay, and I think it was done specifically. I think they was doing that to catch the knowing like okay.
What about all the other stuff?
What other stuff?
The Texas with that little girl who was younger,
What kind of text though? Like, if you're an artist and I'm an artist and like I'm texting you on some encouraging stuff, like, come on, man. Like, show me some text where it's like, hey, I want to meet up with you later, or you know, you look good in this, like.
Well, I'm going to just stand on the 17-year-old I seen kiss on stage. I don't want to get into anything else. I'm going to stand on that. She was 17. I don't know what state that was, so I can't say if it was cool or if it was against the law in that state or not. But I will say this. Mm-hmm. That man said, you still rapping like you're trying to get the slaves free. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I took offense to that coming from, I know
you would.
I don't think a black rapper would say that. Just think about that. Just let that marinate. Let's take the rap part out of the beef, all that out of. Just that comment saying, nigga, you rapping like you always trying to get the slaves free. I don't think another nigga will tell another nigga that. So right there is why I personally had a problem with Drake had.
And I
love the way Kendrick addressed it. Go ahead.
I knew like just knowing you, I knew like that's a sore spot for you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think with Drake, I think it really was just a play on like you telling me what I can and can't say, and you trying to.
Don't say that because Kendrick ain't had dropped a song yet.
No, Kendrick
ain't had dropped a song yet when Drake said that.
He did. I can't remember what it was. He said something.
He did that in the song called when he was saying, with the diss, what the first diss Drake made?
Was it Push-Ups?
Push-Ups. He said that in the Push-Ups.
But
rapping like you trying to get the slaves free. Kendrick didn't respond to after Drake's second or third diss. Kendrick didn't respond. So yeah, Ben said that. And Kendrick didn't respond to that until Not Like Us. So me personally, I had a problem when he said that. That's why I made my business to look at the camera when I said that man went out his way and said that. And I don't think that another black rapper, I can't see Ross or Wayne saying, nigga, you always rap like you trying to get the state. I get what he was trying to say, but by you being mixed and people looking at you like you, a cracker, call it what it is. That's why we felt offended about it, and that's why.
Okay.
So now when you say that, now it's easier for us to say, nigga, you only went to Atlanta because you to woo woo. Like you saying he when he got Future, he got on that song. Future called and asked him to get on the song. He didn't call Future to get on that song. Check that first of all. So it don't matter because you saying he used
same platform. And another
everything. Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you another point. He used the Kendrick. He claimed Drake used the culture, but Kendrick used the culture to fight his battle. Cause think about it. He tried to alienate him from all of Atlanta by putting that line, all those rappers and lines in there. Then he used it. Oh, you think the Bay gonna let you disrespect Pop, nigga? And then what he turned around and do on GNX? Come with that bullshit wannabe Pop song.
Bullshit?
Come with that.
Heart 6?
Huh? No, that's not.
Not Heart 6.
No,
not Heart 6. Reincarnated.
Reincarnated. You doing the same shit that you call out Drake for.
What he did on that song?
When Drake used the Pop AI. Drake used the Pop AI.
So what Kendrick being accused of?
Kendrick not being accused of nothing. What I'm saying
what you accusing Kendrick of?
What
doing
I'm
the same
accusing
thing.
Kendrick accused of is Drake used the Pop AI. Now you turn around and do a song mimicking Pop.
So Drake so Kendrick never used Pop. Kendrick got a whole interview that we never heard, the world never heard, with Tupac in his song.
I'm not saying that he don't. I'm just saying in this particular moment, like the shit that you accusing him of, you turn right back around and do.
But what he accused him of, using the AI thing?
Yeah, he basically saying like you disrespecting Pop by mimicking him or with the AI.
You disrespecting Pop by buying that ring. He wasn't talking about that song.
No, he was talking about both, I feel like. But how does disrespectful Pop to buy the ring?
Nigga, cause you ain't like yeah. That's why at the pop out he say, if you give that ring, if you let me buy that ring back, I might. He ain't say I will. I might give you back that little respect.
Listen, man, fuck Kendrick. Let me look into the camera. Fuck Kendrick. Nigga using the culture like you ain't really like that. Stop, man. Listen, you using your old boy street cred. You using Top Dog street cred. Like you using the culture more than Drake. Like Drake, I get people say I don't like Drake when he act tough. But guess what? If I grew up a white boy, right? I'm white boy, but my daddy is black, and he introduced me to all this kind of music. So I'm into the hip hop and soul and all of that. So now I bring all this shit together and mash it up, and now I blow up. I become this big superstar. But in the midst of me coming a superstar, now I'm rubbing elbows with Jay Prince. I'm rubbing elbows with these type of people.
He came in the game with Jay Prince. That's how he got in the game.
But what I'm saying, point exactly. So now you around these type of people. So even though you ain't about that life, but it's the same thing Kendrick. Like, you ain't about that life, but
when Kendrick say he was? When Kendrick ever act tough? When Kendrick ever act tough?
So Kendrick ain't got music talking about...
No. I'm not talking about music. I'm talking about Kendrick persona is a tough guy.
Drake persona not a tough guy. Drake always came off as
Did you see
the
Drake
singing guy.
Did you see Drake when he seen DeRozan? When DeRozan came back to Toronto? You seen that tough guy?
Yeah, come on.
You seen the tough guy? Would Kendrick have done that? Would Kendrick have done that?
It don't matter.
No, we know Kendrick won't do that. Like,
yeah, because he's 4'11". It ain't even gonna look right.
See, that's the thing. That's what Drake fans thrive off. Like they that's why when you first said something, when we first talked about it before Kendrick dropped, you were saying something about the line when he was like, I can't even see you, and I'm looking straight or something like that, because he's trying to make it seem like, okay, this about it, so you're supposed to say stuff like that, but like, how funny is that? Because you just try to say that in a joke, and look how Kendrick music, because you don't know Kendrick to feel like, fuck Kendrick. I don't. Fuck Kendrick. You know, so look how his music got that emotion out of you. That's what Kendrick do. Like,
his music
I don't feel like
emotion out of me.
I don't feel like fuck Drake. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
it's for the podcast.
I never
don't know Kendrick. Don't care about Kendrick.
Both of us. Like, you never been a Kendrick fan like that. I never been a Drake fan like that. I never, not necessarily just a Drake fan or a Kendrick fan. We never been a fan of that type of music. Now, don't get me wrong. I always say this: when I'm in the club, I don't want to hear Nas. I don't want to hear Tupac. I don't want to hear Kendrick. When I'm in the club, I want to hear Jay-Z. I want to hear Drake in the club. Yeah. But how often do I go to the club? On my album listen, I like to listen to albums. I like to listen to bodies of work. You know what I'm saying? It's totality. Like, what can I get from this? How can I use this in my everyday life? If I'm going to some relationship type shit with my girl, or just like want to like feel good about me and some shit me and my girl did, or I did for my girl, or my girl did for me, Drake music is perfect for me to put that type of crap on. You know what I'm saying? However, when I tend to more be to street music, to gangster music, to culture music, to conscious music, to music like that. I don't care about the singing as much. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, you said something about Drake got the #1. He the first rapper to have a #1 R&B album. Yeah. That what you said, right? You consider Drake a singer? R&B singer?
I don't consider him an R&B singer.
You consider Drake a singer?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm glad we got that. We agree on that. Because I consider Luther Vandross like a singer. I consider like Jaheim a singer. Like, these people sing. Drake melody. He make me harmonize. Yeah. He had melodies. So to say that that's an R&B album that's get the fuck. He can't sing for one. So that takes a lot away from that being the #1 album. Like,
it don't take away from it.
Then the album itself, the quality of it, like the songs on there, they ain't hitting on nothing. Like,
they not hitting because it's not your type of music.
I mean, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about what numbers say. When you look at it, the playback value, like, people not going back to listen to that. They heard it because they want to see what it was talking about. Once they heard it and say, no, they're not going back to hear it again and play it again like they was doing. Normally, when Drake album come out, that song right there, or this song right here, is getting so many spins, like it's going crazy. The screen's going crazy. Now it's not because of the Kendrick beat. It's not a good quality of work. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy for him to say, well, it's my homeboy album. We just did a joint venture together. Now, if it blow, if it go #1 and do this and do that and do the other, he gonna do the Drake thing and be all over it. Like, yeah, that's me. But if it flop, it's easy for him to say, yeah, man, that's, and that's what he's doing this album for. Right now, Drake got bigger fish to fry now, you know what I'm saying, with this lawsuit. And that's what I was saying. We're going to get into later, you know what I'm saying. I guess we can be all over the place when it comes to this topic because there's so many different variables to talk about in it. But Drake took a picture with Lucia's daughter, right?
Okay.
and then you posted a picture for her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
When was that?
Recently. Dr. Dre, it was after the Grammys.
Okay.
When Lucian high-fived Dr. Dre, when Not Like Us was called yet again for,
Grammys. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody go ahead on Grammy right now.
And he should have said that 5 times because he only said it once, but he should have said it 5 times. So that was a mistake that he made right there. That was another lie.
That was the truth. That was the truth.
But he should have said 5. He said a Grammy.
Okay.
He should have said, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody give him some more Grammys right now. He should have said that.
Pause. So, again, it's Not Like Us the hardest diss track ever?
I'm going to say no because not Hit 'Em Up to me is still number 1.
I'm gonna agree.
It's top 5.
I'm going to agree with you on that.
It's top 5.
Any other diss song ever won a Grammy?
No diss song.
You don't think that's a little suspicious? You don't think it's
a reason behind that? Suspicious because look at it. Like, I never hear no kids running around the house saying, "That's why I fucked you fat mother." I never hear no kids saying, maybe they sung back to back, possibly. You know what I'm saying?
Back to back. Nobody ain't got no Grammy for that.
This song was every time you turned on TikTok, every time you turned on, like, if I go in the kids right now, in the house right now, and just say one line from that song, whatever line I chose to say, the kids gonna finish it. They 5 and 6 years old enough. You know what I'm saying? If I go in there and say, mustard, it's like, well, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Not Like Us. Not Like Us, it just was a cultural, it was like a cultural song as well. It was like, imagine that song came out after George Floyd. Imagine that battle happened around the time George Floyd was here. When you think that song was big. It would have really went crazy because it's such a cultural song.
It is.
People really would have went crazy on that Not Like Us slogan. So that song, the way it happened, the production of it, the beat, everything about that song just make it like it. I don't want to say it buried Drake, but it put him in his casket. And I think what's finna happen now is finna bury him.
Which is what?
I think they finna put a scandal on that boy. And see, now this is taking it outside of like the music and all that. This is like the powers that be, the people who really run and control stuff. Like, you playing with this man's daughter-in-law. This man runs 75% of music, not hip hop, music.
So again, you don't think they already playing with Drake?
Who?
Lucien and all them. You don't think they?
In what sense?
In the sense of the reason why the lawsuit came about. Like Drake said, I ain't gonna say like Drake said, but
the lawsuit came about because they want him to. They didn't want him to do that song at the Super Bowl. That was the main reason for the song. That's the main for the lawsuit.
That's not what the lawsuit was about.
That's what the lawsuit about. They didn't want that song being done at the Super Bowl. Go ahead.
I seen it was more aspects to it than that. From what I understand, the lawsuit was about what they're doing is they're pushing the Kendrick song to try to diminish Drake leverage because Drake up for renegotiation. So basically, Drake finna walk away with his masters, and when it's time,
that never was going to be the case. That never was going to be the case. You think them people finna get Drake his masters? Stop it. Drake can get his masters in maybe 20 years. He can buy them back. Them people not finna get anybody in their right mind is not finna get Drake their masters. You wouldn't get Drake his masters. Come on, man. That's the dumbest thing a business person can make. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Drake back his masters. So back to what I was saying though. You done barked up the wrong tree by messing with this guy. You feeling though is like, oh, he had something to do with Kendrick. I guess you're trying to say why you think it's suspicious Kendrick won all those Grammys because of what song? I'm asking you, what song was bigger last year? What song should have got song of the year?
Yeah, but we've had that a lot.
Five Grammys.
No.
What song you heard more last year?
No, Not Like Us was definitely the song that played the most. So but how many times we've seen in our culture songs that we know like, boy, this definitely finna win a Grammy, and don't win a Grammy to some other BS.
Yeah, all the time.
So now all of a sudden you diss Drake and you get the biggest. He get the biggest thing of his career. You diss Drake, you get the Super Bowl. You diss Drake, you get 5 Grammys in one night. Like
Super Bowl from your homeboy. We're gonna make sure we keep saying that.
Yeah, but again, why?
Business.
Because of Not Like Us. Because of the song.
Yeah, you want that song at the Super Bowl, and then you want to sue and say that song. You can't.
And
that's why we got them to come do this song.
Okay, and if we being fair,
come do the biggest song in the world.
And if we being fair, what's Jay-Z angle?
I don't know.
How many number 1 albums Jay-Z got?
No, I don't know that.
14.
14.
Yeah.
I didn't know Jay-Z had that many albums. No, I ain't trying to be funny.
No, I know. But so he got 14 number 1 albums, right? Guess what? This latest album, when it go number 1 next week, when they release the charts, guess how many that is?
How many?
14.
Okay, what that mean though?
What I'm saying is, Jay-Z got an angle too.
What's gonna make this album be number 1 song? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Let's do this for the camera. Let's do this for the camera. Make sure we do this for the camera.
Let's do it for the camera.
And Yo Hard, OVO, and Drake. You might not see this.
Drake, I got
but if you do, this is one of your Drakenites that's gonna say this.
Aubrey's Angels. That was my homegirl say.
Aubrey's Angels. I like that. Do you consider this album to be a number 1 album? Being that you know what number 1 albums are, coming from Drake or just any other artist when it comes to a number 1 artist, do you feel that this is a number 1 artist? Number 1 album.
I don't feel GNX was a number 1 album.
We're not talking about GNX.
Okay.
We're talking about how you personally feel. Not what the people say.
No.
Just you and your personal opinion.
Feel like it's a
I want Drake to know how you feel about this album.
No, I don't think it's a number 1 album.
Okay.
I think so like.
You think it's in the top 10? You think it's better than the Weeknd album?
I haven't listened to it.
Like, listen to what?
The Weeknd album.
Is the Weeknd something that you normally would have listened to?
No.
Oh.
I listen to it because
his music whack?
No, I ain't saying that. I just don't listen to it. Like, I've listened to some songs, like when Deuce in the car and Deuce got the aux, he'll play it. Like, Deuce is a big Weeknd fan, so I listen to it sometimes when I'm with him. But I'm not I wouldn't go to my YouTube music and put on Weeknd.
But that's why, because that's a what?
I just won't.
It's because it's him, or it's because that type of music is R&B? It's like what?
No.
Is it like the SSS album? Like what's like?
It kind of is, I guess. But I like there are some songs from
that album chart, right?
What?
The Weeknd's album. You think
you
think SSS is gonna have better numbers than the Weeknd's album?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe it do, maybe it don't. I just don't I don't listen to the Weeknd enough. Like, I listen to what I hear on the radio. He got a lot of radio hits that I listen to. Then he had a song. Was that his song on the 50 Shades of Grey?
I'm not sure. I don't listen to.
I listen to
like
something.
You said, I don't listen to him like that either. I just know his voice when I hear it. I'm just like hearing a lot of blogs and seeing a lot of interviews when I'm hearing people talking about the album is doing well, has been doing well since it's been out. And they was comparing it to Drake's new album, saying that they don't think that it's gonna do nowhere near as well as the Weeknd's album. So that's why I was asking you, had you heard that album and how you compare those, being that you saying What's the Name is not a good album, even though you consider it's gonna be number 1.
I don't consider it gonna be number. The numbers are saying it's projected to be number 1 in the Billboard.
I think you have a very good ear for music. I will give you that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not. It's a different type of album.
So, with that being said, if you know that album is not worthy of being number 1, why do you think it will be number 1?
It's Drake. Drake got this song. He said, "Oh, it don't really tie into this, but kind of." So he got his song. He say, "It's that this not for the radio, but they'll still play it though, cause it's that New Jersey Drake. That's just how it go." And I think it's just that. Like, it's just that new Drake. So it's going to sell. It's going to scream because it's Drake.
Okay. You listen to the radio. I got in the car with you just now. Yeah. I seen the car was on 103.5.
I just put it on there.
I listen to satellite or I'm listening on my phone listening to Spotify.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't listen to the radio like that. I listen to it on my phone. I put the Bluetooth on and.
Well, what I was gonna ask, has this album been getting a lot of radio play? Has these songs off this Drake album?
I wouldn't know.
Been getting.
I heard the song Nokia is playing.
Nokia?
Yeah. Which, it's not even a favorite for me off the album, but I heard it's been getting a lot of radio play.
So now, first of all, you ain't finna be doing a pop dance. Oh, Drake. Now,
yeah, get around.
Off camera, I got a banger for you with Drake that you never heard. Right?
Okay.
By Drake not doing no songs in the sense of no favors for nobody. You see what just happened with Khaled. Mm-hmm. Khaled had to take his whole album down.
Out of there.
Khaled is a big person, so I know my partner don't have a chance at all. And it's a 5-song with him, Lotto, and the homeboy. Drake, Lotto, and the homeboy. And it's not like a put together, it's a real song. Yeah. It's a Dade County song. Mm-hmm. That bop. Feel me? Mm-hmm. That juke. It's a juke song. Okay. Feel me? And Drake killed it. Not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. However, they can't really put it out because Drake not gonna play the song.
He ain't gonna play it.
Yeah. So, but I understand that. That's how he in his feelings like that with a lot of things. Now, I want to ask you this. Mm-hmm. I said Drake out of there for a lot of reasons. Lately, it's because of the Lucian's thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I think they're going to put something on him soon. The same way how they did Diddy, going against the grain. Mm-hmm. Now you're going against the grain, trying to sue us and all this kind. Mm-hmm. Diddy tried to sue those people. When he was good, doing everything right, he was good. But when you try to sue those people, go against the grain, that's when you have a problem. You trying to go against your old boy. Kanye said,
"Say rich baby daddy."
That's his rich baby daddy. That's your old boy. Now you're going against your rich baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Because he high-fiving with Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Who's
I'm with it though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But doing stuff like that, like you're not in a necessary in that type of position, leverage-wise, to make that move right now. It probably was a good move for you to make, but it probably wasn't a move for you to make right now. Mm-hmm. Like Kendrick said, your favorite such on spiraling. He just doing a lot of stuff out of, like, every time you respond to somebody, it's to a female. Like, you had something to say about Serena. Mm-hmm. Before the Super Bowl, your album, you had a little slick shots.
That's 2 years ago.
After the Super Bowl, you got something to say. You know what I'm saying?
What you said after the Super Bowl?
Why are you posting pictures after the Super Bowl of Serena's ex-manager? You're posting pictures of you and him and ex. Like, why are you doing stuff like that with the ladies? Then you're posting Lucian's daughter, daughter-in-law. Mm-hmm. Like, why the ladies? Like,
because if you're a lover boy, you move like that.
So lover boy is scared of men?
He ain't scared of men. He showed you that. He done been Drake, the most battle rapper. Like, he done went at it with everybody.
Everybody.
He went at it with Meek Mill, Pusha T, Common, Kendrick, Ross, Future, Metro. So don't act like he don't say shit to niggas too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody.
What happened with all those situations?
What you mean? What happened?
Him and Meek friends and everything else he lost.
He lose rap battles.
I'm saying he win with the women, but he don't win with the men.
Who said he win with the women? He don't battle with them.
I mean, like,
listen, a lot of people.
What women be saying back to him though? What they be saying to him? What Serena said or did for Drake that even say anything?
We don't know. Cause he didn't. It's not like he said something bad about her. He said your husband a groupie. Now, why he said that, we don't know.
If that was his ex, if he never dealt with Serena, you think he would have said that?
Obviously not. No, it wouldn't be no personal connection. But what I'm saying is we don't know what transpired for him to say that about her husband. Like, we don't know that. So, but then people taking it as
you personally, you doing that?
Probably not.
That's sucker shit, cause that's sucker shit.
But again,
cause that's sucker shit.
So,
but it makes sense because of who doing it. Like, okay, it matched. You understand? So
no
it's
rappers,
not that big of a deal.
A lot of rappers don't do sucker shit.
We're not talking about a lot of rappers. We're talking about
so Pac ain't go at it with women.
We're talking
Pac
about.
Pac ain't go at it with Wendy
We're
Williams?
talking about.
Pac ain't call out women.
Listen. If you say I got raped in jail, don't have no paperwork, no facts, no none of that, and you're telling the world this, you're a journalist, and you're telling the world this, of course I'm gonna attack you. I'm gonna attack you. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, what else my dog attack women on? Okay, so let's not go there, please.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
We not gonna act like Jay-Z ain't go at
I don't know about
what's the girl name? What's the girl name? High pitched voice with the big titties. Was in white men can't jump.
Rosa Perez?
Rosa Perez.
What did he say about her?
I can't remember. It was a line in there. Like plenty of rappers done had verses about women in their songs. Like this ain't nothing new, but like what I'm telling you is
I ain't saying nothing about really what Drake said in his song. I'm just saying the antics. Like, what's your angle of posting these pictures? Like, what's the purpose of like?
He's being an antagonist. Like
ads.
That too. Yeah, that too.
Holiness.
You're messing with me, so I'm gonna mess with you back. And this is his way
of suddenly
doing it.
What Serena did? You say you messing with me, so I mess what she did.
So now you're gonna believe the angle about she did this because of what happened at the Olympics. You're gonna believe that too. That what you telling me? Because this.
So she called Kendrick.
This one your bias.
She called Kendrick and said, "Hey, you know what I think would be a great idea?"
No, she ain't do that.
So if Kendrick called me, I'm from Compton. Like we already got a relationship. Plus, this Kendrick using his angle. I can use this to my advantage.
Exactly.
Okay, what's Serena going to say? No to my homeboy? From Compton?
No. All I'm saying is
against my ex? No. Yeah, I'm finna go.
And that's all I'm saying. Everybody in that shit know the real reason why they did it. So don't turn around and play victim like, oh, no, she did it because of what happened at the Olympics.
I understand all that, Jim. My thing is, what's the purpose of you posting the pictures? Like, what's the point? Again, just to be an antagonist?
Yeah, that's it. Like,
but that don't make you look like.
Again, this is Drake.
I'm asking you. Like, that's what I'm saying. Would you do it? You said no. So that's because that's sucker shit. This is Drake, like you said. That's sucker shit.
And, okay, a lot of rappers do sucker shit. A lot of rappers are suckers, but we get them a pass. Like, why are we only crucifying Drake?
Because we're not crucifying Drake. The topic is Drake, so we're not talking about other rappers. If we were to talk about this rapper, then we'll be only talking about that rapper. But we're not talking about other rappers right now.
But
we're talking about Drake.
I'm
talking about the kid, that nigga that hit the kid from the real, but the real line from the kid.
Yeah, we talking historically. I'm talking historically. There have been plenty of sucker rappers that did a lot of sucker shit, fronted their whole life, but we get them a pass. You know what I'm saying? But not everybody want to turn their back on Drake. That's why I love.
You're not turning your back on Drake.
I love what he's doing right now. Must be Drake Bell.
Must be what?
Drake Bell.
Then okay, another thing. Where Drake finna come at? Like
where he can't go.
First of all, he can't go to Oakland. Let's start there.
Again.
Let's start there. You said, like J Mane say, shout out J Mane. Let's start there. Let's start there.
Go to Oakland. Listen, I mean, I don't know if he can or can't. I'm gonna go by like I've watched a couple blog videos and from a lot of the quote unquote OGs of LA. They say, yeah, Drake could come to LA. Nobody trying to hurt Drake. Nobody want to do nothing to Drake.
Yeah.
So
pull up. Yeah,
listen,
pull up.
We'll see.
Pull up. Drake.
But again, a lot of rappers have gotten press in cities. You know what I'm saying? Even rappers have been.
How come you think he's gonna be in Atlanta? You think he's going there?
Why he can't go to Atlanta? Of course he can go to Atlanta.
He coming here?
Of course he can come here.
I ain't say he can't. I'm asking you, where he coming?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Like. Comfortably?
Yeah. Who gonna do something to Drake?
Okay.
Who gonna do something to Drake? This is the crib now. We don't ride for rappers like that.
I understand that. Where he going though? Where he going?
You know the beauty of Drake? He don't have to.
Really?
He don't have to come here.
No, I'm just saying. So yes, he do.
He don't got to do a fuck thing.
How he finna make a comeback?
It's
So-called.
Drake.
Keep saying it's Drake.
He gonna
see. That's the thing. It's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of Drake done did a lot of things. This is the thing.
Right.
This is the thing that happened in this battle right here.
I
think we done ran out.
Again, back charging.
No, it's on plugging. I think we ran out of space. We on 32%. 1971 left. I'm hungry fuck too right now. Let me see. Oh, we got some more. I guess we good. I was just gonna say.
You saying he gotta come here?
He gotta come here, but I don't think he gonna have to do stuff off his old catalog. That's not what I was gonna say. I forgot off of this. I lost my train of thought. I just don't think Drake coming back. Let me see what I was gonna say. When you look at it from start to finish, look how many fans Kendrick has gained, and look how many fans Drake has lost. And look at the times and the reasons why Drake fans has left, and vice versa with Kendrick, right? So a lot of Drake fans left because they lost the battle. Human nature sometimes you just run with the winner. He lost some fans like that. Then he lost fans when he came out with the Hard Part 6. Basically like, yeah, you got a bunch of more songs. Basically like, yeah, basically whatever. A lot of people lost respect for him for that. Boom, lost fans. And then when he did a lot of people lost fans because when he called them a PDF file. Then he lost fans when he did the lawsuit thing. People felt like, nigga, that ain't hip hop. What type of like, I don't give, like, nigga, this is a battle rap. Like, why is you suing? Like, you suing because of battle? Nigga, you tripping. Nigga, like, nigga, you lost the battle. Like, take that as a man, come out with someone who is. You Drake. But he didn't do that. So he lost a lot of fans because of that. Now this last album that came back, a lot of fans that was waiting for him to come back with something like all the Drakenites or the, what you call them?
Arby's Angels.
All the Arby's Angels, like, they was waiting for him to come back with that album. And when he came back, it's like, you're right, Kendrick. So a lot of them left because of that. And you still got some of them like,
still here.
That still feels as though Buddy, like, so he hasn't really got off yet. He's going to hold on more than likely to the catalog because it's not going to be nothing 2024 moving forward from 2024 to 2025 that's going to make him feel like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, go. It's over. It's over. That Drake that they knew, that they loved so much, he's gone. He gonna still come out with songs, but he's got to stay in his lane now. R&B, pop, all that there coming over here. The hip hop, this ain't you. This ain't what you do. You got to go get the features because if you just put out a Drake album, rapping, I don't know if you can do that, especially right now. And we'll love for you to do that as hip hop fans, but we know you're not capable of just putting out a straight Drake album without all these features. You still have all your hit records and all that there. Just put out the Drake album because if you notice when Kendrick put out albums, you never hear no big names ever to carry the album. I want to go get this album because, what's the name on his album? I want to go get this album because what's the name on his album? You maybe did that with Nip, you know what I'm saying? Well, Nip put him on his album. But Kendrick don't, when you hear features, you got to go look up who this person is. Kendrick could put somebody on before he go get a big name. It's easy for Kendrick to make Not Like Us records. And that's what he shows out in this battle. Like, I can make a Not Like Us record. I can make those radio hit records. But Kendrick chose not. That ain't what Kendrick do. It's easy for him to do that. It's challenges to do. That's why it take time for his music to come out. You know what I'm saying? And he can make that process faster too. But me personally, I appreciate it. I get upset sometimes about it because like, golly, man, it'd be great to hear some Kendrick music. But then when it come out, you get to listen to it for so long because it's so many layers to the music. You can't just listen to it like a Drake album and you only want to hear that in the club. You want to party, and when you're going through some stuff in life, sometimes those albums, a lot of those songs, you hit different levels. You know what I'm saying? You can just put that thing on and get through a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's very complex. So the average listeners is gonna go over a lot of people's head because they don't understand a lot of the terminology that he be using on that sometimes. What I really want to say is a lot of people Kendrick gained a lot of fans through the battle, definitely through the Super Bowl, because even his old album numbers are going back up crazy. They back on the top 10, what's the name? And even if Drake so happened get in the top 10 on the Billboard, I don't see that album being number one. I don't think it has the stability, the sustain that long. It's not good enough album to be number one. Even if, like I said, even if it do make it in the charts, I don't think it would be a number one album. It's not like it's gonna, even if say it do go number one, say it do. I still think then Gen X within a week or so will go right back because What's the Name is gonna decline, and Gen X still be at number two for the most part if it was to happen like that, and then it go right back to number one. You know what I'm saying? So because What's the Name is definitely gonna decline. It's definitely gonna decline because it's not a good album. Y'all heard it from the horse's mouth, from R.B. Angel himself. That said that the album ain't good. So we're not gonna use the word great. Would you consider it to be a flop? To Drake standards, yeah. To the R.B. Angels, no. It's a great album. They're gonna tell you stuff like, "Oh, he the first rapper to have an R&B album that woo." Okay, I feel you. So with that being said, peace. We're gonna be back at y'all with a part 2 to finish this conversation off, plus some more things. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit that like, subscribe, and share this thing, man, to millions of people so we can get this thing in the algorithm. You feel me? Don't care mentality.